Soulful shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I made this be myself, so hear me. Woo! I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. This some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah. It's in their bones, the thoughts and harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse of only a few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
What's popping, people, man? We're back with the match reaction. England faced off against Finland, getting a victory at Wembley Stadium in Lee Carsley's first home international game for the senior side. Guys, you know the vibes already, man. Please make sure you are smashing the like, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Finally, the international break though is done. Like, I think that is a major green flag for everybody, if I'm being honest with you, for everybody. Yeah, honestly, it's so boring. It's so boring, man. I just really can't get into it, man. Like I always say, big up to the ones who do, and I ain't crashing it on you if you do get into it. Listen, we all have our different things that we like to watch, kind of thing. And for me, international football is so boring. And it's not even just England, to be honest. Even when I just look around, I'm like, the games aren't interesting enough for me to be that, that invested in the atmosphere behind international football. I find that probably even more boring. It's just the styles of play that I see from teams, sometimes I'm like, yeah, this is why I just find it boring, man. This is honestly why I find it boring. But listen, we're here to talk England. Talking of boring, we're here to talk about England. As I said before, of course, they won their game 2-0. Obviously, this was the lineup that Lee Carsley put for the game. I remember speaking before in the match preview about potentially having a not completely different lineup. Obviously, Harry Kane, I think 100 caps or whatever it is now. But I mean, a few different players will be added in, to the squad. And as we can see here, you can see there's a couple of players who have been entered in. So, Angel Gomez, who was a player that I thought, would play. It's funny that he's got Rico Lewis here as like a makeshift left back, right? And he was kind of doing the inverted at times, during the game. I see him popping into the midfield, especially when he was carrying the ball, and then he would stay in that position. He wasn't saying, at times, yes, he would go a little bit far wide, but he was staying primarily in the middle, if I'm being honest. But it's so interesting because I fully thought that when I was doing the preview, guys, if you remember, obviously I put Colwell there because I thought, yeah, he's the only left back that we do, or left-footed player that we've got. But Lewis was always in my head. I kept thinking to myself, maybe he might try Lewis there. Like, if I had to think of someone else who could do left and right back, Lewis probably would be the other player that I can think of. I can't think of anyone else. Maybe Ezri Konsa and Lewis were the two players. Potentially Konsa, just for the sheer fact of, I thought he was going to go with Mark Gay, but obviously he's gone with Konsa, at the back there. Fair enough, not no biggie. But yeah, that was kind of my thinking, if I'm being honest, behind all of that. As I said, he got Angel Gomez double pivot alongside Declan Rice. I thought he would do that. I did think he would change Jack Grealish. He's got the rest of the team that basically the same, but I thought he'd change Grealish. But listen, it's a competitive game. So I guess, for himself, he didn't really want to change things too much, put us in, too much of a situation, so to speak. Yeah, listen, look, England dominated. This ain't going to be long. But yeah, England dominated the game. They dominated the game with possession. Obviously, you can see here more shots, 22 total shots in the game. Their keeper had to make 6 saves. The keeper made some really good saves, though. I will say that much. I will definitely say that he was making some real good saves in the match. And if I'm being 100% honest, it's more so in the first half, but even up until really Harry Kane scored the first goal, I kind of felt like England weren't really all that, man. Like, you had possession. It was that typical, you had possession and, you was doing possession stats, really just popping the ball about and whatnot. But I didn't look at Finland and think, Jesus Christ, man, they're hanging in there, or Jesus, that they're playing poorly. Or I didn't ever think that, during the game at all. Like I said, England dominated the ball, but it was all foreplay, no real execution. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, that's how I felt when I was watching England, especially in that first half. Like, that was, yeah, when I'm thinking about it now, there wasn't really that much going on It's only really in the second half. Again, it was kind of similar, but maybe they upped it a tad. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like they upped it a tad. And as I said, their keeper was making some really, really good saves and stuff like that. So, fairs to him and all of that. But yeah, man, I wasn't too impressed with England, if I'm being honest, in this game. It's not like they were playing poorly or anything like that. Obviously, clearly not. But it's not like they played poorly. It just wasn't. Yeah, it just wasn't really all that, man. I don't know. There's something. I don't know what the right word is I'm looking for, but it just whatever it is, they just weren't all that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like I wasn't impressed with England's game. As I said before about the positionings of the players, you can see look Trent Alexander-Arnold in that kind of inverted role. They've got the two centre backs back there, the two pivot players in Gomez and Rice. Kind of, I mean, they're all kind of bunched up. And obviously that tells you more about the dominance that they had on the ball, but they're all quite bunched up in that kind of center set, really in the center circle. You can see, I guess they're trying to make some form of a box. I would say maybe potentially almost trying to make a box. And then it's almost like you're trying to play like a 2-2, maybe you could say 3, and then I don't know, whatever you want to say after that point. But yeah, it seemed like that's what they were trying to do, especially when they had the ball. And again, it's all about the positions that players like Trent was taking up. Again, Trent, who I felt was decent in this game. Again, look at the positions that he's taken up. Down England had more of the ball, so of course, look how high up. Like he's barely behind, the halfway line. That's how dominant they were, on the ball. But you can see the areas of the pitch that he's kind of taken up, for England in the game. The passes that he was doing, passes that were coming off anyway. Had a lot of touches of the ball. He was a bit of a, would I say, somewhat like a hub. He was a bit like a hub for the team. If I'm being totally honest with you. And listen, I thought it was a good performance from him. Like I thought it was just calm. It's nothing really bad to say, in terms of his overall performance. Have I seen better? Yes, I've seen way better than that. But he himself in this game in particular, I just felt, look, Trent was calm. I think the whole team was actually relatively calm in terms of if I had to give them like a rating and stuff like that. But yeah, I felt like he was a bit of a hub. Try and get the ball to Trent. Trent's touching the ball a lot. Let's get Trent on the ball as much as humanly possible. Let's get Trent on the ball in this area. Let's get Trent on the ball, in that kind of area. Another player, or the other player that I wanted to speak about was Angel Gomez, as I said before, in terms of where I thought he was going to play and stuff like that, and if he was going to play. Listen, man, I'm going to have to start watching Angel Gomez a bit more. Do you know what I mean? Because these kind of two performances, he doesn't look like the player that I remember watching for the Manchester United youth teams. That doesn't look like the same player, which by the way is not a problem at all, because of course you get older and you develop into you finally find your position and your role within a team, whether it be club or international. Once you found that, you can obviously build upon that. And I feel like he's kind of finding it. And obviously in these two games, of course, I felt like his performances have been just calm. Obviously came off the bench against Republic of Ireland. In this game, obviously he's starting for the first time, making his full debut. Yeah, I thought he was calm. Touches on the ball, popping it around. Again, you can only beat what's in front of you. Yeah, I mean, I think that's just how I have to look at it when it comes to England. I see quite a lot of people talking, yeah, this England team can cook. Stop. Let's just stop, guys. Please. Let's just stop. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop thinking we can do whatever you think we can do, because it's been since 66 since they have done anything. So let's stop and just let the team do what they're doing. Same thing I say about my team, Liverpool. Stop going too far, because once you get too far and it starts crashing down, you look stupid. You just look stupid and you feel embarrassed. You feel embarrassed. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Because you never allowed for the team to just do what they could do. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Happy, yes, while things are going on. Don't look too far ahead though, man. It's like a life lesson. Why are you looking so far ahead? Do you get what I'm trying to say? You're looking so far ahead, you don't even know what's in front of you. Let's just enjoy what we're seeing now. If you're enjoying, obviously, the football and stuff like that, just enjoy what you're seeing now. And then you can, of course, we can just motor, from there. But in regards to Angel Gomez, do I think he could be a fixture in the side? Yeah, if he's not going to go with Wharton anyway, it's between, say, like him and a Wharton. And I think it's just going to come down to who's performing well in the season. Then, yeah, I think he just goes with that. But let's wait and see. I would like to see Adam Wharton back into the England side, if I'm being honest with you, because I think he's a fantastic player. Definitely got potential. And he's been showing it. Even in the first few games for Crystal Palace, I thought that he's been playing, reasonably well. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But of course, you're gonna have to maintain that level of form in order to be, recommended for the first team. But yeah, like I say, man, England 2-0. Like I said, nothing too long, nothing too crazy. Yeah, we just move on to whenever the next internationals is. I'm so happy that Premier League football is coming back, because yeah, it's just a lot more interesting. But yeah, in regards to England, he Lee Carsley, he definitely isn't going to look at the situation any differently. He's seen the players that he's needed to see. He's now obviously understood that, okay, certain players have done this, certain players have done that, etc. So it's just about really those players just continuing. And obviously we're going to have like injuries and stuff like that throughout the season. So if certain players can be able to stake a claim potentially in Lee Carsley's side, listen, it'll be a good thing for them. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, people. Let me know how you saw the game. Let me know also your man of the match. I think Trent was the official man of the match for the game. Let me know if yours is the same or if it's any different. And I'll catch you guys on the other side. Peace.